Hello.
Hi there.
Can you hear us?
Sure can.
Okay, we cannot hear you.
I hear him.
I can hear us now.
I can hear him too.
Okay.
Yeah, so can I.
I guess it's just you. Or maybe, how about now? That fix anything?
Okay,
Hello.
if you can hear me, go ahead and get started. I'm not muted, but it's not picking up.
Okay. Well, we're going to take some questions here for Chase. Thanks for joining us. Sorry about that. We will kick things off here with Jordan with Entercom. Go ahead, Jordan.
Hey, Chase, I think you've only led something like 34 laps at Richmond throughout the course of your career so far. What has it been about the racing at Richmond that has prevented you from running out front?
Man, that's a great question. I really appreciate you making me feel good about this week. Yeah, I don't know, to be honest. I was really optimistic going to Richmond. I guess once I got to Cup, we had some really good runs there on the Xfinity side. I was solid there for 2 years, and got over there the Cup side, and it's just been horrific for whatever reason. But it hasn't been for a lack of effort, man. We've worked super hard at it and tried to get better. We've put a lot of effort into it this week already. Just trying to make the right decisions and have a good game plan for the event, and setup wise, try to have our car driving as good as we can. But I don't know why it's stuck out so much for me. The track in general, I think, brings us challenges, and the fact that it's so boring. Not that it's boring to watch, but from a driver standpoint, everyone is doing just the exact same thing. And it's very hard to be different at that track. And everywhere is a game of inches, but that place is like a game of centimeters, it seems like. And just tiny little adjustments here and there can make a huge difference. So for whatever reason, we just have struggled with that, or I have struggled with that personally, whatever it may be. But man, we've put a lot of effort in this week, and I hope this is the one that makes us different and can get things back on the right track there, or get on the right track. Not that we were ever there, but get there for sure.
Thanks so much. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Bob Hawkers. Bob, go ahead.
Yeah, Chase. Truex doesn't have a reputation, at least with us, of making kind of wild or risky moves. I'm curious if that is accurate, and if so, does that change any way about how you felt about the way the finish ended Sunday?
No, I feel like Martin and I both have a lot of respect for each other. I know from my end, I respect him. He's a champion. I feel like we've had some really hard battles together. So I would hope that's mutual. And if it's not mutual, I still have respect for him either way. I do think that situation was a racing incident. I think we were both battling really hard for a win. I think any other time in the race, I probably give him the position. But in that situation, you got to know that the guy's not, nobody's going to let anybody in for a race win with 15 laps left. So I hate that it happened. It hurt both of us. So I don't think it was something he did on purpose, but I think we were both being aggressive. And when you're coming to a race end like that and a potential win of the Southern 500, I think I'd be foolish not to, push for every last inch I had an opportunity to get. So I feel like, it was just an unfortunate end to a solid comeback for us.
So that's a lot different than what happened with Kyle in May.
I do think that was a little different than the May thing. Similar and different, I guess, but definitely the situation was different.
Okay, we're going to continue with questions. Our next question will come from Claire B. Lane. Go ahead, Claire.
Thank you. At Darlington, it was rather, there were moments like we've been talking about, but it was rather calm. The drivers were rather calm. Do you think we'll see the same thing at Richmond, or do you think the aggression will ratchet up as we get closer to Bristol?
I think the aggression's always there, whether you see it on TV or hear it on the radio or watch it in person. I think it's always there. we're always pushing, always trying to get all we can get. I mean, just because we don't hit each other or move somebody out of the way or crash somebody or somebody gets wrecked, that doesn't mean the aggression level is not there. So I think it's always around, and we're always pushing. I mean, the even throughout the regular season, I mean, there's points and wins and things all mean way too much just to leave aggression in the bank for this time of year. So I think it's there. I think it's been there, and I think it'll always be there.
Well, I guess nobody lost their heads in that aggression. And then we go to Richmond. What do you expect at Richmond, Chase?
I don't know. Well, I never know what to expect, as you can see by my results at Richmond. But I think that for us, we just want to be solid. You know, I'm not so much worried about everybody else, just trying to be solid on our own, try to get the areas of the track that I think we really struggle in to be better. And hopefully if we can improve upon those areas, we can improve our finish and our running position throughout the event too.
Thanks for your time. Good luck this weekend.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Tim with the Richmond Times. Go ahead, Tim.
Good afternoon, Chase. I hope you're doing well. Since you didn't run here in the spring with the downforce package, what have y'all looked at, and how much guesswork is it going to be?
Yeah, we've just looked back at races past and the event last year and just trying to find any type of trend that maybe we've done good with, or trends that have led to poor finishes or poor runs. So we've looked at a lot of data and just trying to understand that, but there are certainly inherent things I complain about with the car that have always been there. So we're just trying to nail down those things and try to make them better. I mean, it's been a struggle, as I'm sure you all know, and we know for sure, but we're working hard, and I hope this is the week where we can get on track there.
Thank you.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Michelle Martinelli. Go ahead, Michelle.
Hi, Chase. Sort of following up on Bob's question with, calling it just a racing incident with what happened with Truex. Does that mean that any on-track payback is off the table? And does, with you consider the time of year and it being the playoffs, does the idea even of any type of payback even cross your mind when you're so focused on advancing?
Well, look, I mean, I'm going to race people how they race me. And I think that is fair in all respects, and same in the other direction for sure. But the way I look at those situations is this. I think the people who win in this series and win a lot don't find themselves in the tough position that we were in on Sunday night because they don't let the guy in second ever get to that point to have a chance. So the way I view it is I can't control what a guy does when he's up next to me, and he can't control what I'm going to do. But I can certainly control my decision-making prior to something like that happening to do a better job in extending the gap to that person behind you to where they don't have the opportunity to be up there by you to make a mistake or to run you over or whatever the situation may be. So I'm a believer in that, and I certainly think that I can do a better job in extending a lead in that situation to not allow an opportunity to present itself. And that is the focus that I have moving forward, is just trying to be better, be faster, and get far enough away from the people behind you where they can't get to you.
Thanks.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Nick. Go ahead, Nick.
Hi, good afternoon, Chase. So given that the tire setup is similar to line to what's been run in New Hampshire and Phoenix, how much can you use that data for this Saturday, and what differences are expected given that it's going to be at night, it's going to be a different temperature?
Yeah, man, I'll be honest with you. I gave up on the tire thing a long time ago as far as what tire was run where. I feel like it did more confuse me than it did help. So it's rubber and it's on asphalt, and that's really all I care about that. But we'll focus on getting our car driving good. The temperature seems like things are cooling off a little bit right now, which is great. Fall, beautiful time of year, all kinds of sports on TV. So good time to be playoff racing.
Okay, we're going to take our next question from Marty with ROC Sports. Go ahead, Marty.
Thanks, Amanda. Hi, Chase. Hope you're doing well. I'm kind of curious about the news that broke out earlier this week. What's your take on Auto Club Speedway being reconfigured to a short track for 22?
Yeah, it's super interesting for sure. I think much like everybody, I enjoy short track racing, and I think it's a good thing. I don't see any negatives to it. Certainly, that racetrack was old and abrasive, and I don't know if I think it might have been the oldest asphalt surface on the tour, or one of for sure. But nonetheless, I don't see any negatives to it. I think short track racing is a plus. I think we need more of it. I thought Fontana was a good track, one of the better, bigger 1.5 2-mile tracks that we go to. So, you can kind of look at that and find a thing to complain about, but I feel like we all do enough complaining as is. So yeah, I think it's great. And ultimately I think the bigger picture thing we should all be really excited about is, leadership at NASCAR is actually doing something different nowadays. And it's becoming a trend, and it's really been a trend all year. So, I think instead of finding the negatives and some of the things that they're doing, I think we should all be super excited that they're actually changing and doing some things different, have some different ideas, and they're putting them to work. That's something that I don't think has happened probably ever until right now. So just excited to see them trying different things. And hey, if something works out or it doesn't, I think we should, like I said, be excited that we're trying them. And I think that'll be a great addition to our schedule.
I believe you are correct, by the way, on Auto Club being the oldest asphalt by Atlanta by just a few months. But yeah, thanks for your time. Good luck to you this weekend.
You bet. Thanks.
Okay, we have time for one more question with Chase, and we're going to take it from Ashley with Popular Speed. Go ahead, Ashley.
With having presumably used your mulligan of the round with the incident at Darlington, how much additional pressure does that put on you to make sure to perform these next 2 weeks to advance?
Well, I don't know that you can ever be comfortable in this playoff format, really. And I honestly think the more that you keep that mindset, the better off you're going to be, because we see it, if a guy has a bad round and gets in positions to have to win, we've seen people get in that position and win. And if you ever make it to the last race, that's a must win anyway. So I think the more you enjoy that position and having to perform and not ever feeling comfortable, I think the better off you'll be, and the better you'll be prepared if you ever get to that last race.
And in speaking of adding short tracks to the schedule, you've ran a bunch of them across the country. What track do you feel would be a perfect addition to the NASCAR schedule?
There's a lot of really great short tracks. I feel like my favorite one over the years was the All-American 400. I thought that was such a cool event, cool city, but that was a great racetrack. I enjoyed going to there in Nashville, and I think it'd be a great place. Not just the track itself, but there's just not a lot of locations like that left in the United States. There's not a lot of tracks in general that we go to that are close to a city like that. Y'all still got me? Anyway, there's not a lot of tracks close to cities like that. And I think the fact that there's still a working short track that's asphalt, that's, in town, we definitely need to not let it go away as an industry for sure, to whatever level it may be. But that would be a great venue, and hopefully one day we can find ourselves there.
Perfect. Thank you, and best of luck this weekend.
Thank you.
All right, Chase, we appreciate you for your time, and wish you the best of luck this weekend.
Cool. Thanks.